Do you guys still remember BattleBit Remastered? The game that provided more Battlefield feeling when Battlefield was not really relevant, even though it came at the cost of graphic. The game had raised a lot of interest in early 2022 when it launched its first playtests, and back then it seemed very promising. The devs seemed to listen, they seemed to improve and tweak the game based on community feedback, and overall BattleBit gave players the feeling that they were looking for in a Battlefield game when Battlefield did not give them this feeling with 2042. And then after months and months of testing, the game was finally released in summer 2023, and as expected, it was a huge success. A lot of people played it, a lot of people enjoyed it. The game was updated for a few months after, and overall it seemed like the perfect Battlefield experience without being a Battlefield game. But then, for whatever reason, things went south. The devs abandoned the game and their player base as well. There were no updates delivered anymore. There were barely any updates or any communication through their social channels. And as a result, the player base shrank as well. And now, when looking at the Steam page of BattleBit, the last update was almost 2 years ago. The game is officially still in early access, and what the devs wrote back then in their early access description sounded quite promising and very ambitious. But for over 23 months now, the game has been abandoned. Even on socials, the devs didn't post any status updates for more than 6 months, and in June 2025, they suddenly dropped an Operation Overhaul trailer out of nowhere. The trailer announced a complete rework of the game that the devs have been allegedly working on for the last 1.5 years already, and they've been shown some map changes, some lighting changes, a lot of improvements, ambient occlusion, deeper shadows, and so on, so graphic changes, gameplay changes, and basically all of the things that the community was asking for quite some time, but the devs were silent on it. They just suddenly dropped it in this trailer or in this announcement, and while it didn't sound too bad, the reaction of the community to this was not exactly positive. Players felt that the announcement was too little, too late, and that the devs have ignored the game and the community for too long, and that people are not really willing to come back to the game. Nevertheless, the devs kept working on the update, and yesterday they finally announced the first playtest for this Operation Overhaul. This playtest will be held on November 29th, so Saturday next week, and this one will be for 4 hours, will be played on 3 different maps, all 3 with day and night time. All weapons and gadgets will be unlocked for this playtest, but of course your playtest progression will not carry over to the normal game. And according to the developers, what we can expect to see in this playtest are refinements to time to kill, graphics reworks, UI updates, quality of life improvements, new sounds, and a lot more. Now, there is a little drop of bitterness because you will only be able to play this playtest when you already own the game. So if you don't own the game, you will not be able to participate in this playtest. And even if you own the game, you will also have to opt in a beta branch to be able to play. So what you need to do is to head over to your installation of BattleBit Remastered, then right click on it, click Properties, then Betas, and then on Saturday, before the playtest starts, or when the playtest has already started, you can select a new beta branch from the drop-down menu. And this beta branch will be called Beta Operation Overhaul Test. And once you've selected this, it will download and update the game to the overhaul version. And then once the test is concluded, you will need to switch back to the normal game and then re-download the regular version of the game. So if you have a slow internet connection, be sure to do this right when the playtest starts, so you have enough time to download the game, but also to play it. Now, will this bring BattleBit Remastered back to life? Honestly, I had stopped playing the game after a few months as well, just like I think a lot of people did, because there were no updates anymore, because I felt like the devs did not listen to us as players anymore. And honestly, if they would not bring back this complete overhaul, I don't think I would have ever touched the game again. Maybe only for a video to check out what happened to BattleBit Remastered. But now this Operation Overhaul, the trailer and the comparisons they gave us, it actually looks interesting. And back then when the game was released, I thought it was very promising. But then again, times have also changed. We're not at the times of Battlefield 2042 anymore. We have Battlefield 6 now. People are very satisfied, well, for the most part, with Battlefield 6 and with its multiplayer. And the question is, do the players that used to play BattleBit Remastered, do they have any incentive to return to the game when there is Battlefield 6? Because I still believe that BattleBit did only work so well back then because players were so disappointed with the state of Battlefield and with Battlefield 2042, and they were just desperately looking for something that gave them this classic, traditional, old Battlefield feeling again. And that's where BattleBit stepped in and delivered what players were looking for. And the question is, will it be enough to rework the game and to deliver this Operation Overhaul to bring players back, or has the perfect time frame for BattleBit Remastered already closed? So far, the reactions of the community are pretty mixed. Some people are looking forward to this playtest and are curious to try the changes and the tweaks, and others have simply moved on and are not really interested in even testing it. So we will see how many people will play on Saturday, November 29. There will also be more playtests to this Operation Overhaul, at least according to the developers. So it will probably still take quite some time before this overhaul will be live in the full game and not only in the playtest. And yeah, that again raises the question if it is already too late. But tell me what you think about this in the comments below, if you have played BattleBit back then and if you still play it, or if you have dropped it as well, and what you think about this whole Operation Overhaul thing. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm Catwoman and you are awesome.